my name is Simone and I am at the beautiful Henley Four Oaks Club campsite, and I have been living in my self-converted van for 3 years now, and these are my 5 tips for starting van life. Tip number 1. Before you venture out onto another country in excitement, stay in your first week somewhere familiar to you. On my first week, my water pipe burst and all of my water drained out, and I, in excitement, had ventured all the way to France. In that first week, there are also a few things that I wish I'd adapted in the van just to make my life a little bit easier. If you stay somewhere familiar to you, you can fix any issues that might arise and you can make any changes you see fit. And then you can venture off on your big adventure. And on that note, make sure you carry in your van all of the essential tools that you might need to fix any issues. Tip number 2, invest in security for your van. Invest in some locks. So you can get wheel locks, tyre clamps, immobilisers, anything that's going to deter people from breaking into your van is going to give you peace of mind. If you're solo travelling, you also might want to invest into some internal locks for your sliding doors. If you can be quite anxious travelling by yourself, this will just give you peace of mind that you've got an extra level of security when you're living inside of the van. You can also invest in security cameras. These are really good deterrent for people breaking in. They also allow you to keep an eye on the outside, and they double up as a really good wildlife camera. Get yourself some air tags and put them in several places hidden around your van. Then when you're exploring a city and you've parked up your van, you can track your van's live location, and that will give you, again, peace of mind when you're travelling. Tip number 3, carry fire extinguishers in your van. You will be cooking in a small space, and if your van is like mine, it will be covered in wood, which means the fire is going to spread very quickly. And often the camper vans, their electrical systems are hidden. So if your van electric board ever caught on fire, again, it's going to spread very, very quickly. So make sure you carry fire extinguishers that cover a variety of fires. I have 2, and one of them is a 5-in-1, which covers electrical fires and gas fires. Tip number 4, use microfibre towels instead of cotton towels. These dry very quickly, and you want to avoid keeping anything damp inside of your van for a long period of time. It's a very small space, so it'll be very uncomfortable, and you don't want any extra moisture inside of your van. Tip number 5, one of the biggest concerns that people share with me regarding starting van life is driving a vehicle of this size. In my first month of driving, I was a little bit intimidated, but you get used to it very quickly. I recommend that if you haven't driven a vehicle of this size before, that you go out with friends or family members, preferably people who have driven a van before, and just get used to driving around your local area. One of the biggest differences of driving a van compared to a car is that there is no rear view mirror, which means your wing mirrors are going to be your best friend. You will use these to reverse, to look out for obstacles, and be aware of any other vehicles or traffic on the road. The second biggest difference is going to be that when you pull up to a junction and you turn left, you will need to take a much wider berth than you would in a car. Because the vehicle, a long wheelbase van, is much longer than a car, if you took a tight turn, your back wheel would go right over the pavement. So when you are approaching a junction, you might want to make sure that both lanes of traffic are completely clear so that you can take a wide enough berth to get round particularly tight corners. And if you are driving to an area that's not familiar to you, I recommend checking the route on a map. I always use Google Street View to check countryside lanes to make sure it's safe for me to drive down them, that I know where the pull-ins are, and to make sure it's safe for me to drive in and out of entrances and exits. You also might want to install a rear view camera at the back of your van to help you with parking. If you do this and you're converting your van yourself, make sure you do this before you have cladded your ceiling and your walls so you can run the wires through the length of the van. And those were my 5 tips for starting van life. If you did enjoy it, please give this a like and make sure you're subscribed to the Caravan and Motorhome Club for more videos just like this one.